We've got the first management on Bazaar waiting by to chat with us. Now, IT hiring is an area of concern. We've seen IT hiring slow down over the last couple of quarters. That's what the IT earnings from large companies have indicated. And that's been the commentary even from companies like TeamLease. For TeamLease, specialized staffing, which is where they house their technology hiring, has slowed down for the last 2 quarters at least. Are there any green shoots there? Are we seeing a pickup in technology hiring? And what about the hiring in other segments like retail, education, FMCG, insurance, BPO, banking? To talk more about it, we're now joined by Ramani Dathi, CFO at TeamLease Services. Ramani, you had flagged a weakness in tech hiring in Q1 and Q2, and you were anticipating a pickup in Q2. Can you tell us what's been the situation on the ground? Are there any green shoots in technology hiring? Are the numbers in Q1 better than what we had seen in Q4, and the outlook for the remainder of this year?
Yes. So in terms of technology hiring over the last quarters, having a drop not in the overall, even the number of replacement hirings, the backfills also, at least in the open positions which have been created by way of attrition, are getting 100% filled. That itself is a positive sign. So that means the companies have already reached their full capacity, and for any incremental projects, they have to start hiring. So we are expecting the hiring numbers to pick up from end of Q2 or early Q3. But Q1 and Q2 will continue to remain same as what we have seen in the last 2 quarters.
So can you give us a little more details, Ramani? Which are the sectors where you're seeing a pickup in hiring? Is it only in spaces like oil and gas, real estate, where there's a hiring spree? Or are there some new emerging sectors as well where people are seeing a lot of hiring? Also, on the flip side, where are you seeing the hiring reduce significantly?
Yeah. Now, first, let me start with where it has reduced significantly. We already talked about IT, where there is a significant drop compared to last few years. The second segment is the startups, the new age emerging companies like edtechs, fintechs. I think that's largely driven by the fact that they kind of ran out of their funding, and the hiring also has slowed down. Except for these 2 segments, we have seen very positive hiring trends across all other industries. The top ones are telecom, BFSI, FMCG, FMCD, manufacturing, engineering, pharma, across all these segments. So we are seeing the hiring number consistently going on quarter.
Okay. So those are sectors where we are seeing pretty good hiring. Can you give us an indication of the rural areas, tier 2, tier 3 hiring versus tier 1 hiring? I remember reading the Naukri Jobs Peak Index, Ramani. It came out for the month of June, and they indicated that even metro hiring is slowing down. Up until now, we thought that urban demand is looking up. Rural has been weak, at least on the consumption side. On the hiring side, can you give us the rural versus the urban hiring trends?
Yeah. So let me break it up into IT and non-IT. As far as IT is concerned, there is a slowness mainly in metro cities. Again, companies coming under cost optimization and margin expansion pressure. So they are kind of hiring more mid and senior level people in tier 2, tier 3 places. The metro city hiring has come down in IT. Whereas on non-IT side, still a large number of hirings are happening in tier 1 and tier 2 places. While we have expected more numbers to pick up in rural areas, if you take BFSI or FMCG, FMCD, manufacturing, as of now, those numbers are not yet being picked up. We are still seeing large numbers in non-IT segments still happening in tier 1 and tier 2 cities.
Okay, that's interesting. So tier 1 and tier 2 cities, you're seeing large numbers in the non-IT space. Got that. I wanted to understand a little bit about your own business on the operational side. Is there any scope for improving margins further? You were on a cost optimization plan as well. How is that working out, and what do you think the margins could improve to over the next 1 to 2 years?
Yes. So we are focusing a lot on our cost optimization and enhancement of productivity of our core employees. And except for the employee hike impact, the annual hikes which we have given in this quarter, so there'll be a consistent margin expansion happening sequentially from here on. And that impact we have already called out and quantified in the last quarterly call. So since we are in a silent period, I don't want to comment on the specifics of those numbers.
Okay, Ramani, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining in and look forward to chatting numbers with you when the Q1 numbers are out.